What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys already know, I was gone Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I took a little bit of a break from social media. But when I went ahead and returned home, my goodness, my mind was absolutely blown. Now, of course, the developers have blessed me with a ton of, questions that got answered that I can make a video about the other day. But other than that, the overall Reddit board has just been a cesspool of absolute morons, and it just honestly disgusts me. Of course, there's a few complaints that are actually legitimate, things like, getting shot through portals at incorrect angles, or stutters, lag, a lot of complaints that make sense. But they're very few and in between. Pretty much every other post that you see on the Reddit page for Splitgate 2 is literally people whining, absolutely whining about the most basic of things that absolutely makes no sense. So in today's video, I want to discuss each and every one of these points, everything that people are crying about, hopefully debunk all these points, and fingers crossed we could put these morons to rest. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the Eastern Time. Splitgate 2, Battlefield, Arc Raiders, maybe even a little Call of Duty. You guys know that all of these things are discussed on this channel, so if you want to stay up to date, subscribe and hit that bell. And last but not least, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, and today we're going to be playing some Splitgate 2 open lobbies. We usually play 4v4, 8v8, 8v8, and typically at the end of the stream, we open up custom lobbies to 24 people total. So if you guys want to partake in any of this stuff or just say hello, by all means, you can find a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and start off with the first controversy here, and that is the hat. Oh my god, this one has been driving me absolutely crazy because I cannot believe how serious individuals are taking this right now. As I stated before, I came back and I'm just scrolling through Reddit, trying to catch up with all the information. And it's just post after post after post after post of people trying to absolutely bash the CEO over wearing a Make FPS Great Again hat. And the funniest part about the whole situation is that, again, I stated this before, it's all selective rage. They're not doing this to anybody else in the industry. They're not doing this to any other celebrity. Like, for example, Machiavelli actually posted an amazing post on Twitter here, as you can see. Splitgate 2 is free with optional cosmetics. People go insane. COD is $70, then charges money for pay-to-win blueprints annually. CEO of 1047 wears a hat that says Make FPS Great Again. Everybody goes crazy. Kojima wears a red hat that says Make TV Great Again, and no one bats an eye. Question mark. I mean, where is Machiavelli lying here? Please, I would love for someone to go down in the comment section and point out the lies in this statement. As I just stated, it's all selective rage. People who are way too politically obsessed that they want to turn anything into politics when gaming has nothing to do with this. And I feel awful for the devs because they have already stated 1,000 times over that it's not driven by politics whatsoever. But they will continuously bash him while every other developer out there can rock the same hat wear, even closer to the traditional style, yet they don't get any hate whatsoever. What about this one right here for Fat Amy, man? I mean, like I said, I've seen hats like this everywhere on movies, TV shows, game developers. I've heard thousands of people say, make Call of Duty great again. I've heard even more say, make Battlefield great again. This statement has been thrown around for years, for ages. And then the 1047 CEO comes out and says, you know what? Let me try to go ahead and meme it as well, and we can go ahead and push with this. And they get the selective rage? Again, I think it's completely unnecessary. And I do think it's a very small portion of the community. I genuinely do. And I hope the developers stop. It's no need to apologize for something that you never did in the first place at all. So I hope that they never apologize again. We need to just push this away because the sooner we ignore these, I don't want to be mean, but seriously, they're morons. And honestly, I saw a post by TGD that puts it together perfectly. If you got offended over a Make FPS Great Again hat, you are the biggest B word known to man, and I'll die on that hill. It's true. Guys, go touch grass. Do something with your life. Not everything is so politically sensitive, especially in the gaming scene, where that's the last thing you want to do. You think they're that stupid that they would politically take a side in the gaming scene and then push away half of their audience? No, that's not the case. It's just, like I said, a small portion of people who just have nothing, absolutely nothing better to do than crap themselves over the tiniest bit of things, who won't even touch this game more than likely, let me remind you. They probably don't even game to begin with. They're just here to complain. That's it. So for me personally, this is going to be the last time I mention this. I'm done. I'm done with this topic. And hopefully the sooner that we just silence this, the sooner all of these people will just absolutely vanish. Next up here, ladies and gentlemen, is a controversy that also drove me very insane because it was, kind of in the same loop of people saying the hat's bad, the BR announcement killed the game, so on and so forth. But people are claiming that Splitgate 2 is dead. They are hyper-prioritizing the Steam numbers. And like I said, almost like the Call of Duty community with their Steam. I don't know why the Steam numbers are so important. Probably because there's not many other metrics to see like paid games with Call of Duty. But free-to-play, you could practically see everything within the free-to-play store. You can even kind of see some of the paid products. But I've been saying it time and time again with Call of Duty that Steam, although you could see a trend, and as I stated before, Black Ops 6 is definitely not looking pretty because Modern Warfare 3 was performing a lot better than Black Ops 6 last year. But still, Steam is definitely the smallest portion of the player base. So although it does show that, PC players are not happy with the product right now because it's busted, that doesn't mean console players are completely dissing the game and nobody is touching it. And the same goes for Splitgate 2 here. Everybody keeps saying, this hat thing is so bad, they were so stupid to do such a thing. This game is dead. 25k players on Steam, 20k, 15k. Steam is so bad. The game is toast because of all these problems. The CEO is idiot. Please spare me, because if you go on anywhere, I'll leave them down in the description for you guys actually, so you can see with your own eyes. But look at this. This is the PlayStation free-to-play top games. Splitgate 2 at the very top slot. You know what? Let's go over to the Microsoft Store too, shall we? And just like PlayStation, where's it at? The number 1 spot. Yes, Steam is struggling a bit here, but Splitgate 2 is literally exploding across all consoles, and it's been weeks now, with it maintaining the very top spot. And the Splitgate team actually posted up on Twitter as well, saying 3 million players. From the dorm room to launching Splitgate 2, it's been a crazy ride, and we would not be here without our incredible community. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a lot of people. So again, to all the individuals who are way too hyper-prioritized on Steam and preying on the downfall of Splitgate 2, open up your mind a bit and look at all the proof. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to stay. I'm not saying that Splitgate 2 is going to be the top number 1 free, downloaded game for eternity. But what I am saying is that the hat, let me tell you, it definitely pulled people away from downloading the game, didn't it? Oh, yeah, totally. All of this noise is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But with that being said, let's go over to the next controversy, because there's still a couple more things I have to go ahead and discuss with you guys. Not only are people complaining and whining about the Summer's Game Fest and also claiming the game is absolutely dead, but they're also talking about how these developers and the CEO are way too immature and they're not acting corporate enough. This one really triggered me. I have to be honest with you guys, because I've been a part of many communities, and there's not a single community that I can think of. Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty, Battlefield, everything out there, every massive game that is, owned by a massive publisher. Everybody always says they are tired of the corporate greed and the corporate talk, and they want gaming to go back to the gamers, where the people building the games were gamers. They were one with us. They wanted to communicate with us, be open with us, and we were a part of the process of the game, and not just sitting there doing all of their pointless crap, absolutely ripping us off left and right, and then posting up, corporate apology letters. No, we don't want that noise. We want a development team or even a company of people who indeed, like I stated, are gamers, and they talk to us like human beings. And here we are with 1047. They're talking to us like human beings. They're actually interacting with us, and they are saying it as it is. No corporate BS, no pulling anything over our eyes, no, just straight up talking it as it is, like any other gamer would. And people are now saying they're being too, over the top. What? Make up your mind. Do you want a corporate run game, or do you want gamers putting together your game? Pick and choose, because you can't have both. If you want them to become corporate, then by all means, I guess they'll become corporate, and it's going to become just another crappy franchise. But this is what people have been begging for ages, and to see everybody absolutely up in arms over the way that they're interacting and handling situations after they've begged for a team to handle situations this way it's insane. I know they deleted the post going ahead and low-key kind of roasting that Call of Duty quote-unquote dev. I don't think he was an actual dev. He was something else, but still, what he was saying was just absolutely ridiculous. But the Splitgate team removed it out of respect. But the fact that post, the last time I checked it had 5.6k likes in less than a handful of hours. If that post stayed live, I guarantee it would have had 10, 20, maybe even 30k likes, probably even more at that point. It was absolutely going viral. And it was going viral for a reason, because people are tired of, once again, the corporate BS. Absolutely. And to see a dev team actually talk the talk, walk the walk, and, do exactly what we've been begging for years, that is huge. And it's very sad because the CEO said we're probably not going to be seeing that many more, face videos of him discussing stuff with us and talking with the community and stuff like that. It'll probably be more so, I guess, text format, so on and so forth. But I love that. It felt personal. It felt like, they were just doing things that no other company would dare do. And the community reacted in such a crappy way, a disgusting way, that I feel like they think the best thing to do is to just kind of tone it back a bit. But I don't know. Personally, I think that they were nailing it. They were doing exactly, and they still are doing exactly what this community has begged for ages. And it really pisses me off to see so many giving them crap over, like I said, something that we've been begging for ages. It's so stupid. It's so absolutely stupid. But, if 1047, you guys are listening to this, man, I understand. If you guys want to tone it back, tone it back. You guys got to do what makes you guys happy at the end of the day and makes you guys feel comfortable. But just know that, boy, oh boy, we still absolutely love it. And the communication that you guys have been putting forward to this community has been so stupidly welcome, at least over here. From what I can tell, everybody on this channel and everybody around my socials are loving it. And again, it's just perfection in our eyes. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, the final controversy. I've seen so many people on Reddit and also in the comments complaining about the CEO saying that they missed Titanfall and claiming that this game has no identity of Titanfall within it. And I saw a few clips on Twitter that I just have to go ahead and showcase with you guys. Obviously, I'll leave, a picture of the original poster at the top left of the screen here so you guys can see who actually posted these clips. But I mean, seriously. If you're telling me, if you genuinely think that this game has no Titanfall flow whatsoever, and again, you got to keep in mind, Titanfall was all about building momentum and then maintaining that momentum. If you're telling me that that is not incorporated in Splitgate 2, as I stated before, I said this in my previous video where I was talking about the developer who was trying to bash the Splitgate devs, the Call of Duty developer. They said the same exact thing, but I've also been seeing it all over Reddit as well. People saying, oh, he came out on, stage and said he likes Titanfall. What are they? They don't even. No. I don't want to hear it. Like I stated, if you genuinely don't feel this, you have no clue what you're talking about. I'd even argue that you have never played Titanfall consistently to even be able to state a real opinion about it. And if you did play Titanfall, you clearly didn't put enough time into Splitgate to even be able to learn the movement curve that this game has. As I stated in many videos before, this game, I always thought a little Black Ops 3 was incorporated into, Splitgate 2 here. But I gotta be real. The more I play this game, the only two games I see right now are Halo and Titanfall. It has the perfect aspects of what makes a classic style arena shooter an arena shooter, like Halo, for example. And then it has the jetpacking and the movement, minus the wall running, but the jetpack and the movement is absolutely just like Titanfall. And that combination, as awkward as it might sound, Halo and Titanfall, it actually pairs for a beautiful mix. And as I stated before, if you're one of those people who are going to continuously argue this point, please post footage of your gameplay. I want to see how you play. I just do. If you are not using any of this tech, I don't want to hear that you do not believe that it plays like Titanfall. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys when it comes to controversies with Splitgate 2. And honestly, as I stated, the haters are just absolute hypocrites with everything across the board. It doesn't even matter. Seriously, it's so many people who are talking who absolutely have no clue what they're talking about. They're just hating to hate. And honestly, it's a complete joke now. And to be completely real, I'm very thankful to have this community on YouTube, because when I go in the comment section here, I see so much positivity and love for this game, so much passion between you guys. And it just gives me all that hope right back. A warning Reddit is just not safe whatsoever, man. I mean, let's be honest, every Reddit board is just an absolute cesspool. It's disgusting over there. So, I should just state to be cautious and wary of Reddit. But it's weird because usually every Reddit page is a mix, right? It's 50-50. You get all that negativity, but you also get a little positivity mix in. Nah, like I said, these past handful of days, you scroll through the whole Reddit board, and it's just nothing but these losers just roasting the devs, roasting the game over the most ridiculous reasons, and they can't even argue their point without making themselves sound like a moron. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And if you guys are interested in my live streams, I stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If you guys are interested, go link that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.